There's another feature of ClickHouse that are kind of similar to materialized views conceptually, but they have a lot of limitations. I want to mention them just in case they are useful to you. They are called projections, and you usually use them when either you want to reorder a table because you want to filter by a column that it's not in the sorting key, or for simple aggregations like the ones we just took a look a few minutes ago. So the thing is, they are transparent to users. You create a projection and they just can query the regular table. And if there is a projection that matches the filters of the aggregations made by the query, then ClickHouse automatically will use the projected data. Some things you have to take into account. Don't use projections if you need to do joins, to do filters on the table, to change multiple projections, or use the final keyword, because none of these is supported in projections, neither supported complex transformations or multi-table operations, okay? And also take into account, in general, projections are a second-class citizen. Most of the interesting features that ClickHouse provides recently are not supported by projections. There are no parallel replicas, no lazy materialization, no lightweight delete or update support. It's a comparison table between materialized views and projections. Remember, materialized views work as insert triggers. Whenever you insert a block, the materialized view query is applied to the block being inserted, while projections work as kind of per part mutation. Whenever there is a new part in disk, then the projection is applied and it generates a new part in the same folder layout. About schema, materialized views require an explicit schema. You have to set, you have to use the appropriate aggregate functions, data types, compression, codecs, etc. While projections, everything is implicit. About errors, materialized views provide visible errors, while projections are kind of transparent errors, and then there might be parts that are not correctly projected. You have to take care of backfilling when using materialized views, while projections do some kind of auto backfilling. Mutations are independent in materialized views, so if you update or delete rows from the source table, you have to make it cascade to the materialized views. This is important, especially for TTL, so you can have different TTL on your source table and on your materialized views, which is usually very convenient, while in projections, the mutations are inherited. That means if you have a 1-day TTL on your source table, your projections are going to have 1-day TTL, and most of the times that's not something you want for your aggregated data. At query time, you have to be explicit on using the materialized tables on your queries, while on projections, you just query the regular table, and if there are projected parts, they are going to be used to answer the query. And finally, you can run materialized views in parallel and projections run sequentially. This is how a projection looks like in ClickHouse. You have to alter your source table, add a projection, and you can do like a simple aggregation, like the one we tested previously, or you can reorder the table. Once you create the projection, if you want to backfill historical data, you can use the materialize command, which is going to create a mutation on all your parts. Now, the interesting part is when you do a count from analytics events, in this case, check what's going to happen. We have 100,000 rows and it's going to read just 700,000 rows for this count because we already created a projection. Still, you have to manage projections by yourself by taking into account in Tinybird, projections are calculated automatically whenever they are needed. So you don't have to worry about them. If you are doing queries on your tables, that can be optimized by changing the sorting key or doing simple aggregations. Projections are going to be automatically created for you. This is a completely transparent process.